All right, guys, hit that upvote button. Today is going to be a very special day. We've got Tony from Talking Timepieces with Tony joining us. We're going to talk some watches and kick it back, relax. Yo.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Hey, Tony, how are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me all right?
Hey, I can hear you fantastic.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. It's funny too, because I totally kind of spaced on today. It was a rough week, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm not even. I don't have my mic or anything, so I'm not home.
Hey, that's even better. We
Yeah.
don't do things, professionally. We don't plan stuff on the show.
Right.
It's live, it's raw, and it's usually it turns out the best this way.
Awesome. Yeah, off the cuff, man. That's just the way I do my videos anyway. So.
Exactly. So we're both used to just riffing it. I mean, how
Yeah.
difficult can it get, right? We're just talking watches. So
Yeah.
Tony,
We're not curing cancer here.
yeah, we're not we're not solving any wars in the Middle East or anything like that.
Yet some people act like it is, you know what I mean? Some of it's just like, really, dude, it's just watches, man. Never had a bad day in your life. You have to get upset about watches, huh?
There's just something about watches. Sometimes
Yeah,
it brings out the best, and sometimes it's truly the worst, the worst of the
exactly.
worst.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I guess that's why watches are so powerful, because they could kind of make people feel that way, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it amazing that people get this passionate about just a little bit, a small piece of metal on the wrist?
I know. It's great. I am too, though, but at the same time, I don't lose my shit over it. Can you swear on your channel?
Yeah, you can swear all you
Okay.
want.
Yeah, I don't lose my shit over it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't. I look at it. I feel very grateful for everything that I'm able to get. I don't take it for granted. I don't feel the world owes me a living or the AD owes me a watch. But I've been lucky enough to be allocated some of the biggest pieces, and that in itself was you know a testament to, like, I don't, like I say, I don't take it for granted. I'm very appreciative of everything I've been offered. You know.
That's really nice to hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think in this collecting hobby, it's very easy to get a little bit desensitized to um to like just feeling grateful, because some of these watches, they start out humble and they get really expensive. They get hyper expensive.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a and it's very easy to just like lose track of the real world. I almost Did you feel that way, right? It's you
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of the people that have that sort of the world owes them a living, and I can't get it. They all think the ADs are all exactly the same and they're all connected and whatever. And I always say, people have asked me over the years, how do you get your Rolex? I was just a customer, just like anyone else, man. I walked into the AD for the first time, and I was. It's just, and I'm cool. I'm just like chill, laid back. I'm not trying to impress or anything. I mean, I walk in there like this, people are like, I put a suit and
Yeah,
tie on, and I came up with a great story. It's like, I didn't. I walked in. I'm like, I can't get a Rolex, but, uh, you know, and a lot of people also think because I have such a great relationship with my AD that's why I get them. It's like, yeah, but I didn't start with the great relationship. It's like now
yeah.
he's my friend. I mean, I just turned down the ombre dial green Datejust. Got offered it a couple of weeks ago. I had to turn it down. But
Really? Whoa, that's a very highly desirable watch. It's the new one. I just had a
it's
chance to try it on at the store.
beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. One text me. That's my AD one, my sales rep.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I got your 36. I'm like, dude, I can't do it right now because I just bought a JLC. And
Uh-huh.
I can't spend the money like I used to. I mean, but so I go, if you can get it for me in like October or November, I'll be good. And he's like, yeah, no worries. You know what I mean? And then some people think because you turn down a watch, you're never going to get offered another one. And that's not the case either. So I guess I can't speak for everyone else. I guess I'm lucky with the AD that I have. But you live in New York, right?
Yes.
So and I live in Los Angeles. So you've got two very prominent uh, cities that are these. It's very difficult in the bigger cities. I think.
It's
Um,
two very, very big cities, the biggest cities, in United States,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Especially when it comes to like the concentration of wealth, extraordinary
yeah.
concentration of wealth in New York and also in LA. And speaking of concentration of wealth, we got a massive super chat here from Matthew Paul. He already sponsored the intro song, and now sent another $50 as a cheers to you. He says
Oh,
he's a big fan of Tony's channel. Enjoy your videos and Q
thank
and
you.
A's.
Thanks, man. I
Wow,
appreciate that. Hope you're doing well.
dude, great to hear from Matthew Paul. Enjoying the content. I'm actually I'm gonna put the link, uh, Tony, to your channel
Okay.
in the chat just in case if there
Okay.
are viewers who haven't subscribed to your channel, haven't been
Okay.
following you in
Awesome.
your watch collecting journey. There we go. They can go. You go in the chat, subscribe. I know Mike Lewis is a huge fan
Yeah, Mike's
of your
cool.
content. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike is a cool guy. He's a contributor to the show every Sunday. We do cocktails or wine Sundays,
Oh,
and he used to own a liquor store. He's a wine expert.
nice.
It's just wine, but also all kinds of spirits. So we get together on Sundays and
Yeah,
we learn something new.
we had dinner, Jamie and I. We had dinner with Mike when he came out to LA.
Oh no
Um,
way!
yeah, it was awesome. We went to a little Mexican sort of cantina here in Hollywood, and so yeah, Mike is awesome.
Incredible.
And yeah, you get some of those viewers that throughout all the years, they constantly, you know, stay in communication or comment, and you get familiar with who they are, right? And then
Yes.
sometimes it turns into a friendship, and then sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. And Mike's one of those guys that's like, we stay in touch. Very cool guy, and I've got several viewers that I consider friends now.
Oh, sweet, sweet,
Yeah, and
sweet,
he's got
sweet.
amazing JLCs. His collection is pretty sick.
Yes, he's one of the top JLC collectors in our little corner of the
Yeah,
watch space.
yeah.
What watch are you wearing tonight, by the way?
I'm just wearing my Batgirl. It's
Yeah.
100 degrees outside, so I always find that wearing a bracelet watch is better than you know a leather strap watch. So
Yes.
if
Yeah, yeah,
if I
yeah.
hadn't have been sidetracked and remembered I was going to do the channel, I would have actually wore my JLC because I've been wearing that one a lot. But yeah, Batgirl, what are you wearing?
Very nice. I'm wearing the Daytona today.
Awesome.
Uh, I
Is
think
that
we
the one
have
two
the
six?
same
Is that
one.
the 126 or the 116?
That's the 116.
Oh, okay, cool.
The old one, the last year.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
which one you got?
I had the 126 500 LN. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Except I don't wear it because when I got allocated that watch,
Yes.
uh, it, it's funny because I didn't ask for it. Juan just said, "Hey, do you want it?" I was like, "Yeah," and I got it a few months later. I didn't really wait long at all, and and of course, it's like, "Oh my God, I'm getting the Panda." You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and and I was like, but the funny thing is, I wasn't the biggest Daytona fan, but when I got it and I looked at it, beautiful, got home, it was like the next day because I was still like, you're excited, you're like, oh my God, and then realized I couldn't read it, it wasn't legible for me, and I was like, you know and so
Yeah.
I was like bummed out, but this one, the Batgirl, means a lot to me because it has a much better story how I was allocated it because I only waited 4 days for this,
Oh
and
wow. What's the story behind the
yeah,
Batgirl?
yeah. So this is back during COVID, 3.5 years ago when you
Hell
couldn't
yeah.
even get a ladies' date um,
you couldn't
and
get it. You couldn't get a
and it
two
was
tone with a diamond bezel if you begged for
exactly,
one. Yeah.
and I was in my AD Bindi, and it was one of those days where the sort of the stars aligned. It must have been 5 or 6 of my viewers that came in and wanted to take photos and talk to me and whatever. And I was talking to the owner of Bindi, and that was the first time I'd actually met him. And people just kept coming over, you know what I mean? And I'd
Yeah.
already had a fairly big spend history, and I wasn't even thinking I was going to get a sub, you know what I mean? And I'd gotten that, and I thought, well, that's probably where it's going to stop, is at the Submariner, the 124060. And I don't know. I left that day, and just as I was walking out the store, my rep Juan, he's like, "Hey man, do you want a GMT Master 2?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And I thought he was joking, because again, keep in mind, this is back when nothing was available, right?
Impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he asked me which one I liked if I had a choice, and I said, "Oh, definitely the Batgirl." You know what I mean? Without a doubt. And it was 4 days later, and I didn't ask for it. He was just asking me if I wanted it, and I thought, "Oh, if it comes in, it comes in." And 4 days
Yeah.
later, he sent me a text message, and he was like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm having a beer." He's like, "Can I come over?" And I'm like, uh, yeah, my AD wants to come over to my house. What?
Dude,
He's like,
what?
I've got some good news for you. And he came over. I'm like, hey, welcome to my house, man. And sat down, and he pulled up his phone. And he goes, I got that for you. And a picture of it on his phone. And I was like, no way. I'm like, I go,
Wow.
now? I go, when can I get it? How long is it going to take? He goes, be coming tomorrow. And
Holy
and
moly.
so yeah, I picked it up like the next day or the day after or whatever. So, and that was, say like 3.5 years ago. And that was a really good story because it's like, just it and like I say, I have an emotional bond with my watches.
Yeah.
I don't, like I say, don't take it for granted. If I don't like it, I don't want it. It's like, for instance, if they offer me a watch I don't want, which I've been offered the Sprite and whatever else and turned them down and whatever, and then you get these people that comment that say, oh, you're never going to get allocated another watch now because you turned it down. I'm like, yeah, you don't know my AD. But yeah, so I mean, the watches that mean something, and another thing too is like, the longer you have it and the more you wear it, the more history you create with it within yourself. Some people go, I'm not bonding with it or whatever. It's like, well, just hang on to it, man. Just keep wearing it and create your own memories with it. So that way you can look back and go, 3 years ago, my AD came over to my house when you couldn't even get a Rolex. And
Yeah.
those are the stories that are awesome.
Yeah, it's like some people think that if they put on a Daytona, it'll make them into Paul Newman.
Yeah, there you
Paul
go.
Newman didn't think that, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a
Right.
Daytona, then I'm gonna look like a real badass.
I mean,
No, no,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's just an accessory.
Yeah, that's
You
all it
know,
is. You know, I mean,
watch
we want.
cannot make you into a badass. It could give you a little bit of the confidence to do what you need to do, but you actually have to get out there and do the badass shit and hold on to the watch and
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
it's a companion.
yeah. I mean, then there's those different types of collectors, right? The ones who just have it because it's hyped, you know.
Hmm.
I mean, look at the Daytona. You know, a lot of people, it's like, but do you really like the Daytona, or are you getting it because you can't get it? You know, and and then there's the people that get watches that the watch goes in the room first. You know what I mean? It's
Mm,
like that. They think that people aren't impressed. People don't care what you're wearing. You know what I mean? Yeah, if someone's cool and they're wearing a Timex, I'd be more
yeah,
apt to talk to the dude with the Timex than the Rolex. You know what I mean?
hell yeah, hell yeah.
So,
By the way, speaking of cool guys, we got cool collectibles in the
oh
chat
hey,
joining us.
hey,
Shout
dude,
out
what's happening?
Shout out to the collectibles. He's from your neck of the woods over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know the channel. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Also, Mohammed. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. Welcome, Tony. A great
hey,
relationship with the AD is worth it. Worth its weight in gold.
yeah,
That's right. That is
yeah,
real. Do you have any like tips about maybe some new people coming in and about how to building and establishing that relationship?
yeah. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
It's like, the thing is I've done so many videos on it, and especially when it was really hard to get, and I've been
Yeah.
lucky enough that a lot of my viewers that have said they followed my advice and gotten the watch. And it's like, a lot of people sit there and go, yeah, everyone seems to think they're an expert, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of these channels that create this BS about, oh, they want you to spend this much on jewelry, but come buy your watch here and we'll take care of you. It's like all you're doing is promoting your own channel and you want people to buy watches from you. But the thing
Exactly.
is when you go in, you don't set your expectations too high. Just go in, be cool. It's like some people tell you to make up a story like an anniversary. Don't just go in, and if you're an actual enthusiast, and you can build that rapport, it's not always going to work. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone gets along with everyone. I mean, there's a people that I've walked into ADs where I'm like, and if that guy was my rep, I wouldn't own a Rolex to this day because it wouldn't work. But you just have to be cool, and you have to show you that you're genuinely enthusiastic. Don't set your expectations too high. Like, well, I want my first watch to be a Daytona, because that ain't never gonna happen. And
Not anymore.
Yeah, and if you're cool, you're cool. And then a lot of people that would come back and go, that have the negative thing, it's like, well, I don't know you, man. Maybe you were kind of a jerk, because I've seen people at Bindi go in there like, I could buy every watch in here. I don't know why, you know, you can't sell me a Rolex or whatever. It's just, and patience and following up. You have to be patient. You have to be nice about it. Go in and visit your AD once a month or once every couple of months. Keep that relationship going. And hopefully you'll get allocated the piece. And every AD, as is completely different. You know what I mean? It's like you go into an AD in Salt Lake City is going to be completely different than the AD in Los Angeles, or New York or whatever else.
Yeah, I think if you set your sights on some realistic stuff and if
Yeah,
you're patient, uh, then it's very likely to get something. At
yeah,
least a sub. I think that's a possible. And you shouldn't be making up some kind of a fake anniversary, but if some type of anniversary is coming up, that
yeah.
is a good. It's always a good
Y-
line to
Yeah,
use.
well, yeah, well, here's the thing. If it's an anniversary, they come around once a year, right? So you're always going to have an
Yeah,
anniversary coming up, aren't you? Yeah.
exactly. And you should plan for that anniversary. So just
Yeah. Yeah.
something, especially if something big. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Um, and I think yeah, you kind of have to go in a little bit early, maybe 6 months, 6 months prior to the anniversary. I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and have cash ready to spend.
But yeah, make sure you got the money ready when they call you, because sometimes they just call you out of the blue, you know what I mean? And then sometimes, it sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it doesn't. It's like people seem to think I can just walk in and get whatever I want. I mean, I've had plenty of Rolex as walk-ins. I got my Wimbledon date just fluted bezel Jubilee bracelet as a walk-in. I just said, "Hey, do you got one?" And they gave me the exhibition model. But
Oh wow.
yeah, no, it was crazy. But like for instance with the ombre dial, the green ombre dial, I told when when that first came out, Watches and Wonders, I said to Juan, I'm like, I tried it on, when they had it, the exhibition, and I just said to him, yeah, I want this watch, man. And I didn't think that they would even get it till like August, October
So
or
soon,
November
yeah.
anyway. And so I wasn't prepared. I just bought the JLC, and then Juan sent me a text. And when I know when one texts me, even when I'm not by my phone, because it's not one text, it's like 4 or
Yeah.
5 back to back. And I went, oh, it's one. And I'm like going,
Red
I hope.
alert.
And I'm like, I mean, I love him to death, man. But I'm like, please don't tell me that watch came in. I can't spend another freaking, $11,000, So it's like, I look at my phone. He's like, hey, when do you want the date just by? Yep. And I
Oof.
was like, hey, take your time. It's all good. 2 days later, he's like, I got your date just. I'm like, can't do it, man. Give it to someone who deserves it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it.
you know what? Uh, I think that's the best way to handle it. If you can't get something at this moment, you gotta pass on it
Give it to someone
because
else. Yeah, I mean, I could have put it
yeah,
on my credit card, but I didn't want to do that.
you know, it's because like it sounds like yeah, you could have and some people what they would have done, they put this on the credit card and then they would flip it for profit because this
Yeah.
goes I think like 50 to maybe even a double retail. I
Oh,
think it's
really?
very easy to sell it for at least 50%
Yeah.
above retail.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people would do that. That's not my jam. I mean,
Yeah,
I really want the watch. So if I want the
yeah,
watch, I want to keep it. I don't give a
exactly.
crap about flipping it. But whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that could have, whatever. I
Well,
could
I
have
think
like,
that's what gives you like a lot of trust later down when
yeah.
when they know that hey, if this is the guy that they're gonna sell, this is he's not gonna flip the watches, and a
Right.
lot of people come off they come off really suspicious,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's just people have to understand that this is happening out there. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
hottest watch, boom, it's
Yeah. I mean,
very easy.
yeah, it's crazy, what comes on the market, when you see people that like, then they got a new Patek, 5811 or whatever, and it's already in the store being, they've already flipped it like a watch that just comes out, and it's like,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it's on the gray market, and you're kind of like, wow, man. It's like I don't know, I don't get it, you know. I,
Um, let's talk about your watch collecting journey. Can you take us back before you were the watch guy, quote unquote? What was
yeah.
what was your first watch you genuinely cared about?
Oh,
You still own it?
okay. Well, all right. The first watch I cared about, because I like when I
Yeah.
was really young, we got like Timex watches, and then when I was like 12 or 13, I had an Omega was given to me by my dad, and then he took it away from me because I didn't know how to take care of anything nice. Um, but I think when because when I was younger, I was a tennis player and whatever, and
Mm,
Rolex and Cartier and actually Piaget, believe it or not, were watches that were on my radar from when I was really young. And
mhm,
I thought, well, if you could have a Rolex, then you've made it. And this is going back to the 80s, 1980s. And I think around my late teens, very early 20s is when I started sort of getting seriously into it. I didn't have the money to buy really what I wanted, so I could get watches that were like, I'd say homage watches or a fossil watch or whatever.
mhm,
But I think my first Rolex I got in 1993. I think it was 1993. And it was a date just, and I bought it at um, oh no, what's the name of that? It's a famous jewelry store, but it's not. Anyway, so I got it, but back then a date just was like $2,500 brand new.
yeah.
there was no shortage of them. You can get them, you know, whatever. So I got that. And I was pretty stoked about it. It got stolen though.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like I bought that watch, and then I had gone to Europe to do a tour or whatever. Um, Came back. Oh, okay, then we had the 1994 earthquake in January of '94, and that was I was in the middle of that, so you know that was like a World War III, man. And so I had to move out of the house I was living in and move to an apartment for a really short period of time because I had to go back out on tour. And I moved into this apartment, and they had to do some kind of cleaning thing as I was moving in. I came home later in the day. I just moved in, and my front door was wide open, and there was worker guys in there, and my Rolex had been sitting on the table, and my Rolex was gone. And but and I thought I'll never be able to get another one, you know.
yeah,
And so it just really started from there, and then through at least I think because I've gone through a period of where I've been homeless twice, you know. Once even after I got nominated for a Grammy, which is pretty hard to believe, but yeah, I've been, you know, so watches were not something I was spending a lot of money on because I was scared, you know, I didn't have any money. And once I started getting money back up, I was scared to spend it, you know what I mean? So
uh-huh.
I think the first watch that I bought where I'd actually put some money into it, and I say some money, I'm not talking thousands of dollars, was an Oris. Um, and you know, I love that watch. And then, but I was scared to spend more than $1,000, you know, even though I'd had
Yeah,
Rolex in the past, you know. And then
yeah,
I was kind of like, you know what, you only live once, man. I'm making money again. And I thought, well, I'm gonna buy another Datejust. And so I bought another Datejust pre-owned at a place in Toluca Lake, which is here in Los Angeles. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I think I want to buy a brand new Datejust, you know?
yes,
And I went to Bindi. This is in 2018. And this is still when you could still pretty much buy anything, you know? And I bought a Datejust, Jubilee bracelet, white dial, Roman numerals, smooth bezel, and 36 millimeter. And I got a 10% discount on it, you know? But it just
nice.
started from there, you know. And I was buying watches. Then I was buying cheaper watches, and I just got this bug again, which I had previously, but now I've sort of, you know, rejuvenated my love for watches. And then I bought a Zen 104, and wore that forever. And then I decided to start a YouTube channel in like 2016, you know. And that's kind of like, well, if I'm gonna do a YouTube channel, then I better start getting some other watches. And then, you know, I just really started from there. And then when my first, so I bought the Datejust from Bindi in 2018, but that was before Juan had started there. And then it was like 2021, I think. 2000. When did the OP come out? The colors
The
2022.
colors.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I think it might have been
22.
2021, or was it 22?
Yeah, I think it was 22. So I
Oh
saw
yeah,
those and I was like, yeah, I wanted
that
to
was
get.
nuts.
Yeah, I wanted the turquoise one, which I do have now, but I wanted the turquoise one. So I called Bindi, but I hadn't been in there since 2018, right?
Yeah,
Because this also stands as to how I met Juan, you know? And I called him on the phone, like, no, there's no Rolex available. I was like, okay. I'm like, do you have Cartier? I wanted to get a Cartier because I love Cartier as well. You know? Yeah, come on down, you know. So I came down, and that's where I met Juan. Um, and I'm kind of like just the way that I am, and I'm kind of a smart ass and have a sense of humor, you know. And so I was just bantering back and forth with Juan, and I ended up buying a Cartier tank. And then from there, man, I I told him I wanted an OP, Rolex OP, you know.
mm,
And then in the meantime, I bought a bunch of other watches, but not because I wanted to get to the OP, you know.
hmm,
It's like it wasn't like the game to go, well, in order for me to get this, I have to buy this. I didn't even look at it like that. I'm just a huge watch fan, you know. If the
yeah,
Rolex comes in, the Rolex comes in. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like, you know, I still want to get a Santos. I still want to get, you know, a Breitling or whatever else I wanted at the time. So I was just buying watches in the meantime and patiently waiting for the Rolex, you know. Then the Rolex came in, you know, and then
mm,
then after that, he's, I don't know how long after it was. He was kind of like, "Hey, man, do you want a Submariner?" I'm like, "Yes, I do. Thank you. Please, yes." you know. And that's really where it started, But my love for watches started when I was really young. But my sort of getting into having multiple high end watches, not really, probably like I say, 2016 or 17 or something like that.
Would you say that your like your watch buying turned into collecting when you started YouTube channel,
Yeah,
or
except
was it before that?
no, it was kind of before then. I just had a lot less expensive watches like Hamilton,
Uh-huh.
um, brands like that, which I loved Hamilton and Movado, and I still love Movado actually, but I love, like vintage Movado and whatever. But yeah, I had a collection, but it wasn't like something I could have Maurice Lacroix,
Yeah.
brands like that people don't really know too much about, but not a collection to where you could sell it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like if you needed money, you couldn't offload those watches. I mean, it's like they're really few $100 watches. But well, I don't know. I think once you get into that bug of, like Rolex and Cartier or whatever, and you know,
Mm.
and oh, keep in
Breitling.
mind, when I say that, when I go back to 2003, 2004. Yeah, I had several luxury brands as well back then, even, but I got rid of them all, because of financial issues and whatever. So,
Mhm.
but it didn't really bum me out when I got rid of them. It was kind of like a relief in a sense. Now I just kind of have what I have, and I'd say I'm fairly content with what I have.
Do you feel like you're kind of buying um would you say it so like what you choose to buy has changed, is evolved? Like
Yeah,
how do you make a decision on which watch to
yeah.
get next now compared to before?
Yeah, I'm definitely more selective now. For one, a lot of it comes down to money. I mean, it's like I don't jump on something just because it's new and it comes out. Rolex is different for me because I've always had a love for Rolex since I was younger. That
Mhm.
I didn't jump
Mm.
on the hype or the bandwagon. I've always loved Rolex and I always loved Cartier. I love Vacheron Constantin. I love Patek Philippe. Um, but so now when it's a piece that I'm looking at or whatever it may be, it's so I put more thought into it. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure it's not something I'm gonna get. I mean, gee, I bought a Santos uh, medium,
Yes. The
and
Santos
and
oh, so Santos
yeah, the
medium.
Santos, not the Dumont. I have the Dumont now,
You
but
have a
I
Dumont
bought,
and the
yeah,
medium.
yeah. So I bought the medium, and then realized because back then I was wearing a little bit bigger watches that
Yeah.
oh, I want the large, so I just sold that, took a
Ooh.
a couple $1,000 hit, and then bought the large the next week. So I was doing all kinds of stuff like that. I was just like, oh no, I don't like this, I don't like this, I'm gonna get rid of it. And I was taking major hits financially on that stuff. But now
Wow.
I'm just a little bit more picky about what I want. Like I do have, I love JLC and I wanted a JLC, but I'm not a Reverso fan like a lot of people. I like the Master Control, the Master Ultra Thin.
Mm.
So to get that, I bought that. The Rolex, I'm very selective about which ones. Like I before the ombre dial, I got offered another Datejust. That's a brand new one. I don't know which one it was, but I turned that one down too. And it's just like, but I turned that one down because I didn't want it. But the ombre
Yeah, this
dial
one.
is, I want it. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, so I'm just a little bit more selective on how I'm spending my money and what I look at my collection now, and I don't really think of myself as a collector. I just think of myself as an enthusiast that just happens to have a number of
Mhm.
watches. But shit, man, we got watches that some people only wish they could ever have. It's like, and I think in a sense that's where it's not taking it for granted. And I look at it and I go, I can't believe I have that. 3.5 years later on the back roll, I'm like, I can't believe I got it. And and it's crazy. So I look at my pieces now, and I've sort of curated it a little bit more to now what is more what I like. You know what I mean? What I really like, and something that I'm
Mm.
not gonna get rid of. You know?
So you're more
Yeah.
buying now for keeps rather than where like the collection for you is really starting to take shape, where
Yeah.
you don't feel like you're gonna be reshuffling much
Yeah.
pieces in the future.
Yeah. It's kind of like some people have a like a one in, one out. You know?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I don't have a one out. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't have
Oh,
anything I want to replace it with.
yes.
It's like everything I have now, like I've got, I'll probably do a video on it, like Grail watches that I have,
Yeah.
and it's like, my Vacheron Constantin, it's my second Vacheron, um, JLC, a couple of my Rolex, that are like, I don't want to get rid of them to just get something new and shinier. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, so I, I know that I'll get that ombre dial back, October or November, and maybe even by then I something else. Because actually, I still the first Rolex I ever asked one for was a silver OP,
Oh, the
and I
silver
never,
dial one with the
yeah,
gold hand?
yeah,
Oh,
and I never got it, you
that's
know.
a great piece. Well, it's one
I
of the easier to get OPs. It's
It was even then, and then the times he
yeah.
offered it to me, I was already passing on it because I was getting much bigger pieces, and
Yeah.
so, um, but but the thing is with that watch, and like I say, he's offered it to me before, but then at that time I was just getting other watches and whatever. So I think that is like the perfect everyday Rolex. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Understated, every day. You know, I think Batgirl's a little kind of flashy sometimes. And it's and I'm super chill. It's like not like when I go out. You know what I mean? I don't ever really wear this. I'll
Yeah.
wear something nobody knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
'cause
like you wear your badge.
Batgirl is a great watch.
Yeah,
It is very much like a BMW car or something. Quite
yeah,
flashy, quite,
yeah,
it's got certain power behind it.
yeah. It's a beautiful watch. It's a little flashy for me, and it's the only 40 millimeter now that I think. Well, I know I've got bigger watches, but this is the biggest I'll wear now. You know what I mean?
It just wears so nice as well, 'cause
Yeah,
they upsized the Submariner, the new one,
yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit too chunky, whereas that is perfect proportion.
yeah,
And the
exactly.
Jubilee bracelet, that's the best bracelet, as good as they can get.
Yeah, it's a lot of people also say with the Jubilee bracelet versus the Oyster, and people go, well, the Jubilee is much more comfortable. But I also think it depends on the type of wrist you have and
Mhm.
the watch that it's on. Because my OP, like my turquoise OP or the green OP, those are the two most comfortable watches I have. But then again, you're looking at a 36 millimeter case,
Yes.
it fit a little bit better on me that with the way my wrist is.
Yeah.
This is fine, but it's not. I don't think it's the most comfortable watch I own.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's still a beautiful watch. I
Yeah,
still love it.
sometimes I feel like wearing, like a GMT Master 2 after wearing Daytona, the GMT Master 2 feels chunky. Although it's
Yeah,
not. It's good watch, but general trend right now, people are getting really really small watches. That's where
yeah,
all the fashion trends are going. Tiny little watches,
yeah,
31 mil Calatrava,
yeah.
on guys with sleeve tattoos.
I've seen it, man. I can't get
Ridiculous.
into that. I look the way the smallest watch I wear is 35 millimeter, but
Mm,
it fits my wrist, like my Vacheron Constantin patrimony. It it it's 35, and it's just like the perfect size. I have a vintage Movado a Kingmatic that I love. It's got a Francois Bourget case, which is the cases they used to make for Patek Philippe back in the day. So it's kind of known as the Movado Calatrava. Um, Beautiful case and 35 millimeter, and it fits. The 36 millimeter OP, and keep in mind I had a bunch of 40 millimeter Rolex, and now I'm like can't wear because I like the smaller ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a little bit like when you see like some of these people that are wearing like these little dainty like because someone will go, well, the 36 millimeter Datejust is a lady's watch. No, it's not. It's unisex, and it was initially a man's watch. But when you see like some dude wearing, the Cartier, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the little bangle bracelet thing. It's like, dude, that's a lady's watch. I'm
The
sorry.
Benoit.
Yeah, there you go, the Benoit. And I'm like, that's a lady's watch. Sorry, man. Sorry, Waco. I know you like it, man, but that's a lady's watch. 35 millimeters where I'm at. I could probably
Collectible
swing a
says he
34.
loves wearing his tiny little tank measuring at a whopping 25 millimeters. That is
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah.
Tiny, tiny. And
Well,
John Doe, thank you so much for the 20 pound super chat. I'll bring up the email when when I w- when we'll see it fits the conversation. So I want to talk about what makes somebody a collector, Tony. Since you mentioned you don't know whether you're a collector or not. You consider yourself an
just an enthusiast.
enthusiast.
Yeah,
Yeah, but look,
that has a collection.
yeah, yeah. Well, what does it mean to be a collector? Does somebody need multiple watches, or can somebody with just one carefully chosen watch be more of a collector than somebody with 50 pieces? What do
Okay,
you
yeah,
think?
all right. Yeah, so I would say that I am a Swatch collector.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of Swatch watches. And I think when someone talks about being a collector as opposed to, say, an enthusiast that has a collection, I don't think it's, when I think of a serious collector, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think of some of these guys that have several different references of the sub, the 5512, 5513, the all the way up to the 124060, whatever, and and they really collect it. They know everything about that watch. Like people that have multiple Patek Philippe collections, or that they Patek. It doesn't matter what brand it is. And it's not just, I think, multiples, but I think some people have watches and they put them in their case and that's their collection and they don't wear them. Maybe they'll wear some. I'm not saying they don't know. I don't know these people, but I do know a couple of collectors that don't wear their watches at all. They wear an Apple Watch. I'm like, dude, why? If you want to wear an Apple Watch, fine, but why also do you have all these Rolex that are just sitting in a box? Are you scared to wear them? You just don't want to wear them, or you think something's going to happen to them?
There's a
I think,
different breed. It's a different
yeah,
breed of collectors. It's
y-
different. It's
yeah.
completely different psychology. Their whole brain chemistry is because
It's
they're
yeah,
wired differently. You understand? It's
yeah. It's kind of
kind of
like,
wild.
and I think you could have a small collection and still be a collector. Again, like if I don't wear a watch,
Mm.
then I kind of feel like, well, what's the point of having it? I mean, I do have a lot of watches I don't wear, but a lot of it's just lazy and not, or they're too big for my wrist or whatever. And I
Do you
kind of,
think somebody can be a serious collector if they only collect Rolexes?
well, I don't know, man. If they're like, it's like I say, I'm a Swatch collector. I do
Mm.
I do love Swatch, and I and I think you can be a serious Rolex collector. And I think also someone like that who's a true collector also has a lot of knowledge on the brand, all the reference numbers that can just sling out, like some of these people I hear talking that can just nail out all these reference numbers. And this one was
Yeah.
only made between January and February of 1963, before, whatever. And I think people like that, yeah, they're true Rolex enthusiasts and a Rolex collector. I mean, Rolex or Rolex, they're a mass produced watch brand, aren't they? But I don't think it matters what the brand is. I think if a collector, someone who has a lot of knowledge about what they're doing, I mean, then again, you guys that are like Invicta collectors, it's like, I bought
Oh,
this
the
on Shop
horror.
NBC. I bought it on Shop NBC, and then I went to New York, and they said buy one watch get five for free. It's like, dude, that's not a collector. But there's
That's a
that.
victim of marketing because those
Yeah, yeah.
Invictas, they're worthless. They're worth less than the plastic they're printed out of.
You know, I said this to one guy once because like I don't try to rag on anybody who wears a watch, man. I think like if you wear a watch and you dig it, that's cool. But what I don't like is, you know, you get those sort of people that are arrogant about what they have. The watch comes in the room first. But then you also have the guys that do have like the Invictus that have that attitude, like, you know, they know something you don't. It's like, you know, I could buy 30 Invictus for the price of
It's
that
copium.
one watch. And it's like the
Tony,
way I look at it is like you could sell those 30 Invictas and buy a fucking extra large drink at McDonald's. I could sell this watch and buy a car, you know? So,
that's right. And
yeah,
it's worse. It's, I would say, even it's even worse than that. Like that
yeah,
is, it is true. It's collecting Invictus is equivalent to collecting garbage, but
yeah,
you're spending money to buy said garbage. I mean,
yeah,
it's like, just because you can, and we live in this very progressive society right now where, you know, it's all body positivity, right? And
yeah,
you know, you shouldn't judge people what they choose to collect.
yeah,
But like there's just when I see a someone who's collecting Invictus, I see somebody who's actually a victim of like the society that we have created, where they're wasting their time. Let's be honest. Like they're
yeah,
just straight up wasting their time collecting garbage. Those watches, they're not worth anything today. They will never be worth anything in
right.
the future. And we know why. And but supposedly we're not supposed to judge because and actually what we're doing, we're actually providing a service that, listen, you're being fooled by this company that's making this endless wave
Yeah,
of garbage that's completely worthless.
yeah,
But you know, and so sometimes, you know, you have to tell people like, wait a minute, come on, like because we want to give some proper advice. Don't be wasting, you know, your money collecting Invictus.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think if you're humble, you know, and you're like, someone says, "What do you think this watch?" and it's an Invicta or some,
Some people might genuinely not be educated, right?
yeah,
So,
and
and
then
then
it's
that's the
like, you know
same
what,
thing.
man? If
It-
if you like genuinely like the watch, you know, look, I mean, I posted a couple years ago a photo on Instagram of my Movado museum that I've had since it has a special meaning to
Movado
me.
is a serious brand. It's,
Yeah,
you
and it
know,
was like the people that gave me shit for. I'm like, dude, if you only saw my collection other than this, man,
yeah,
I'm non-discriminatory, man. I don't care. It's like I can wear a $300 watch and I can wear a 20,000, 30,000, and whatever, you know, watch. Because I just love watches. And if I see someone wearing a watch and they're enthusiastic about it and they're like,
yeah,
look at, you know, like there's a checker at the supermarket up the street here. I gave him a watch, and and he's just like, oh my god, you know, and not the
yeah,
fact because I gave it to him, but it's just like the fact that you see someone that's just so enthusiastic, whether it's a Timex, Invicta, or whatever else. But there is
yeah,
that side of the people that do have that sort of like, you know, that just it boggles my mind. And yeah, and you go in there and it's like, because where is it in Manhattan where that big Invicta store is? Is that, isn't there like a where they do have that thing? If you buy one, get three free or
that's
something.
right. You get four free, I think. You
Is
buy
it really?
one, get four free. Yeah, but that's
Dude, what are we
because
doing? Let's get rid of this stuff.
Invicta
And
is running a scam
yeah,
where they're doing this thing. You know, I don't know if it's legal what they're doing, but they're utilizing this discount loophole where they
yeah,
price their stuff that it's $2,000, but then they price it at, but now there's a sale, 98.98% off, up to
yeah.
98% off. It's a $5,000 watch discounted to $20. And there's
And
people,
tonight
they
only, it's
think,
only 29 cents.
yeah, and there's people who genuinely think that this is a discounted once in a lifetime type of deal, but they're doing it every single day. They
Yeah,
couldn't care less. They make it, it was always a $20 watch, but I don't even know how this is legal,
I
what they're doing, but they are doing it and they're getting away with it.
And who
Uh,
sets the retail price on those to say what makes it a $2,000 watch, dude? You know,
exactly.
what kind of movement you know, who's setting that retail price, and where in the world can you go to a retail outlet and see it there for that price? You know,
Yeah.
or
I mean,
merchandise,
there's
yeah,
price gouging going on in the watch
yeah,
space all the time,
yeah,
right? A lot of these watches, they're priced seemingly arbitrarily. Oh, you just put a tourbillon, that's an extra $150,000
yeah.
in a
You
watch.
know,
But a lot of those companies, they're serious companies. They're operating at the highest level. They're doing
yeah,
something in the space. They're either making the thinnest watch or whatever. They all
right,
got some kind of a shtick that they're trying to push. Speaking of pushing a shtick, Daniel Katz 279, he says, "Don't waste your time with cats. Every minute
yeah.
with cats is a minute wasted."
There you go. See, right?
uh,
Yeah.
what do you think? The knowledge though, that's what I think really matters. And
Well,
right, the
yeah,
more you know about watches, the more selective you are, and the more
yes,
you start to understand like
yeah,
how certain brands, they're not worth the steel that they're made of. Even their
yeah.
marketing is bullshit.
Yeah, it's educating yourself. And if you're a true watch fan, you know, not I'm
Mm,
not talking about the guy that works out in his $50,000 day date, you know what I mean? Goes to
yeah.
the gym and, like, you know, whatever, that kind of shit. I think if you're a true watch fan and you really want to learn about watches, then you know well, I wouldn't say every AD knows anything about watches either, but just kind of educate. You know, there are channels out there, there are, you know, apps that, you know, that are very informative, so to speak. Um, and you know, because you get those people that, you know, you look at watches and watch brands as like a stepping stone, right?
Hmm.
It's like you start off. I remember I used to buy strictly for aesthetics when I was really young. You know, I'd go to the mall, and the first thing I would do, you know, when you go to, I don't know if you remember, but back, like, you know, and I haven't been to a Macy's in forever, but, you know, you could go to Macy's and they'd have like Guess watches and Fossil watches. And then they had their more luxury section that had like Raymond Weil, Movado, and Tag Heuer, you know? And I would always get like the Movado or the Guess, and I'd always think one day I'll be able to get to that Movado table or that Tag Heuer table, you know? And then
Oh no.
for one, especially if you're buying pre-owned, you don't want to get yourself ripped off either. So, you know, because some people think because you just have a Rolex that it's worth a fortune, and it's like, you know, and I've had friends of mine should like that will text me and go, "Hey, I bumped into this dude and he's wearing this Rolex. What do you think it's worth?" And I'll like text back and I'll go, maybe $3,000, and it's like, and they get pissed off. You know, it's like, you asked me a question, man. You know that I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but the Rolex Precision from 1972 isn't worth shit. You know.
Yeah.
So
Not today. I mean, if they were wearing some Paul Newman
yeah,
minty dial, so it's a different
yeah.
story. That happens very rarely nowadays. Very rarely.
Did you see that episode? I think it was Ben Clymer, who interviewed the singer of, I can't remember what band it is, some shitty fucking '90s band. The singer's name's Adam Levine, and he had the Paul Newman Daytona, and he's like, yeah, this is a Grail and da 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 da, but the Paul Newman was fake, but Ben Clymer didn't say anything. Did you ever see
Oh,
that?
oh, no way.
Go back and look at
Really?
it, man. The
Oh,
pushers aren't right. The dot, everything about it's wrong. I don't necessarily think that singer guy, Adam Levine, I can't remember the name of the band. Um, don't think he probably knew, you know.
yeah. You know
And I
what?
think,
I think I remember when we were watching that episode live on the
yeah,
show, and I think that was brought up because
yeah,
I could just like remember the conversation that everybody was saying that it was a fake, was some kind of a fake.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's where it comes down to educating yourself. If you want to go
yeah.
into a watch like that, of that
Mm-hmm.
caliber, you have
Have
to
to
know
do
what
the
you're getting
research.
into. and you have
Yeah.
to know what you do, because these dealers, even a lot of these people, they like don't realize that some of these gray market dealers, these fakes are getting so good that even these guys can't tell they're fake, and there's you, you really have to know, if you're going to go down that route. You really have to educate yourself about watches,
Yeah.
if you're gonna go there. And I mean, it's you probably get asked questions all the time, like, what's a good investment piece, and it's like, okay, but you just have to know what you're getting. I mean, I wouldn't say any watch is a good investment piece. Well, the Daytona you have's not going to lose any value. This isn't going to lose any value. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just trailing off here right now.
Yeah, it's very tough to say what would be a good investment because the watch space has changed so much, right? And
It's
education has taken a lot of velocity out of that.
Yeah,
Like the reason why watches skyrocketed in price during that COVID period is
yeah,
because of all the watch education that was created. People were educated about watches and they started looking around. They start seeing these grails all around them, right?
yeah,
But then all that stuff, it got all cataloged very quickly, and it's very easy to kind of find out what the price of a watch is,
yeah. I
but
mean,
compared to like 10 years ago.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's
right? There's
different. There was,
resources.
yeah, Chrono 24 is
Yeah,
a the perfect example of what. Now, just because they've got a watch listed for that doesn't mean that's what they're selling for.
yeah.
But at the same time, it gives you sort of a starting point of what it is.
Some type of benchmark. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's actually it's overvaluing your watch. It's not undervaluing it, but it's a different
yeah,
type of problem.
yeah,
Whereas in the past, right, you could find the watch, you think, oh, it's $2,000, but it could be priceless. It could be a $500,000, some vintage Submariner with a Comex double
yeah,
stamp, right? Where you think, oh yeah,
yeah,
it's nothing.
yeah.
But r-
That's the thing. And it's a really weird thing. And people that are getting into it, it's all, again, like I say, it's all about educating yourself,
what
knowing what to look for. A lot of people are asking, because I do get questions. I do a Q&A every week, and
mhm.
I get questions on vintage watches.
Yeah,
But I have to pass it. I have to pass it aside and say, look, I'm not a vintage expert. I'm not. I know what I
mine
know
too.
about
Yeah.
certain brands, right? Like I know more about vintage Movado than I do vintage Patek, um, or Vacheron Constantin, right? But
Yeah.
when there's all these other, you know, brands that come out, I'm like, this is not a question that's good for my channel. I'll still answer it. What I'll do is I'll throw it to the viewers.
Mhm.
I'll go, hey, if blah 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 blah, because I don't want to
Yeah.
give any advice on a vintage piece, man, because vintage is a whole different level of where you can get yourself screwed. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, and once you get into to that, learn as much as you can. You know what I mean? It's like when I got a couple of the Movados I have and whatever, and or the Vacheron, I learned every aspect about that watch and what makes it what it is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And what kind of movement does it have? What kind of case did it have? Did Vacheron make the case as well as the movement? No, you know what I mean? And so there's and I think that'll save you down the road from getting ripped off from. There's so many scammers out there, right?
Oh, oh, dude, around every corner,
Yeah.
some kind of a scam. Well, the biggest fraudster is in jail right now, obviously, the timepiece
It's
gentleman.
I called
Uh,
him out, man, and I got so much shit for that. I was like,
oh, yeah?
yeah, I told him, this is way back. I used to have a show called a Drink and a Rant,
Uh-huh.
and I used to just, this is back. I don't want to say it was negative, but it kind of was. But I was just calling out YouTubers that were inaccurate or full of
Yeah.
shit or whatever. And I was like, and I called him out on that show a couple of times, and people were defending him like, "Oh no, that dude's gonna end up in jail. You watch. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, whatever." And then when he got arrested, I'm like, I told you."
Yes. Yeah,
you
we
know.
had him on the stream. We
Oh, did you?
interviewed him. Yeah, we interviewed him, here, which
Oh,
I got a lot of backlash for
did you?
because oh, yeah, 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 and then we had him when he was on the run. He wa
Oh no.
when when he admitted to stealing $5 million, and then he was on the run across these different motels, and
Oh wow.
he would join the live stream. You
He's
know,
like, yeah, I just want to let you know on my Instagram channel, I have a rainbow Daytona for
yeah.
just fucking hit me up on WhatsApp, but I can't give you my location.
he was uh he was trying to sell watches on behalf of Kush Jewelers, which
Oh
was,
yeah,
yeah, dude, that was freaking hilarious. They were listing watches on their website, like it's the same watch. They would
yeah,
list it for like 150K, and
uh-huh.
he would try to sell it for 200 and like pocket 50 or something.
Oh wow,
But it's all live, right? So you can go to Kush Jewelers, you can see, oh, here they're selling it for, but that's how that business operates,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
These guys, oh, you have a watch, you can't sell it for 150. Have maybe this give it to this other dealer. He'll try to sell it for some different arbitrary price.
right,
He'll try
right,
to sell it for 200 or 600. Why not? If you can't sell it for 200, try selling it for 600.
right. Yeah.
And sometimes shit sold because it was so
Wow.
insane.
Yeah,
It's just money floating everywhere.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So and then yeah, they had the whole cartel, right? They had like a bunch of other YouTubers who were defending the Times
Oh,
gentleman. Oh, I
yeah,
remember that. Yeah, that was,
yeah. I
and then that's,
do.
yeah, because they had an entire operation going. But yeah, who was, so you were there during the Type is Gentleman days, but
Oh
who
yeah.
influenced your taste on watch? Would you say
Oh, as
is
far
there
as
some,
YouTubers.
well, YouTubers, friends, magazines, forums, whatever? What do you see that had strongest influence on your taste in
Oh, it
watches?
was when I was a kid, man. The year I'm talking like Wimbledon, Rolex, man. And then,
Oh,
I'm from Los Angeles, so when you go to Beverly Hills and you'd see Cartier and you'd see
yeah.
Rolex and and it was like and it was Rolex and Cartier and then my dad, biological father, had Piaget, and that's the kind of luxury that is what it was, and that's what got me all into it, because with especially with Rolex, because people like jumped on the Rolex bandwagon. It's true, I mean, and half the YouTubers out there that talk about what they think they know about Rolex, it's like, dude, and they do their videos because that's what gets the clicks,
Get the clicks.
um, and it's like, so I mean, I've been into Rolex since I was young. There was no, as far as YouTubers go, when I started looking at content, keep in mind this is a long time ago. The only YouTuber, there was a couple of them. There was Archie, um,
Mhm.
and then there was TGV. Urban Gentry.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 the early
And
days.
yeah, and then
Teddy,
and
probably, maybe Theo and
no, Teddy,
Harris,
no, Teddy
even before
wasn't.
that.
No, no. So there was only like because I started my channel around 2016.
Mhm. Mm.
So um, I lost that channel. I had to start a new one, but that's a whole different story. But the thing is that there was a lot of YouTubers for a while, and there was some good ones, and then they just kind of fell off, and so now when I watch YouTube, like sometimes I'll look at Oshin's channel, I've
Yep.
seen your channel a few times, several times. I used to watch your channel a lot, and then kind of just fell off the algorithm though, because I stopped watching YouTubers altogether,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then I'm
live
only now.
streaming is brutal 'cause, YouTube doesn't push live streams, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, and then I think, like, I'm trying to think who I watch now. There's not a lot, you know what I mean? Now, I like Waco though,
Yeah, the man of the
you
hour.
know,
He's really pushing it
thinking,
out there.
yeah, every CEO is his best friend, but I still like, he's very knowledgeable, but
Is
yeah, so I guess, I don't know, going back to your initial question, I think the natural progression for being a watch fan and there wasn't hardly any YouTube content. So I decided to start a YouTube channel, and the very first video I ever did was on the Oris, and I can't remember the model. It was a limited edition piece, So But
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just one of those things. It's like I've been into watches for so long. I think a lot of these other channels that have fallen off is because they're not true enthusiasts. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll get into YouTube and make a shit ton of money. It's like, okay,
Yeah, everybody
you
seems
know,
to be like there's so many watch quote unquote influencers nowadays
yeah,
that it's
yeah,
like this watches used to be like a small niche,
yeah,
but now it's a big it's like a big segment of entertainment.
yeah.
Wristwatch entertainment, almost like network. Yeah,
It's
there's a lot of big names.
yeah. There's and I generally like anything that shows like there's some videos, and I can't remember the dude's name or anything, but you go to Japan, where uh
Oh, is
the
it Austin Daniels?
I don't know, what does he look like?
It looks like a hillbilly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um
kind of looks like a hillbilly
Maybe.
living in Japan.
Okay, but some of that, because I love it when people go watch shopping and they show the watches and they're like, then they show you the prices and it's like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Um, I love
Does he have a
looking at.
mullet? Does he have a mullet?
I think
This guy
so.
in
Yeah,
Japan? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Austin. So shout out to my boy Austin. He's a great guy. He tried to get into live streaming as well for a short time. Then he
We
got
still
his
there?
he's got his feet wet, and then he got out. He's like, "Fuck this shit. It's not worth it."
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of it, and you have these channels of these guys sitting there talking about like Rolex, and they don't own a Rolex. They probably never stepped foot in an AD themselves, and they talk like they've got all this knowledge on how everything works, and it's like, dude, come on, man.
They're
Anyone can
they're
see right
they're
through you.
they're reading a Chat GPT
Yeah,
summary, you know,
yeah, exactly.
of what ChatGPT was basically trained on talking timepieces with Tony, right? And then they used your your scripts to write these AI scripts,
Right?
and these guys out on their 2 weeks on the watch scene, they're
Yeah,
experts. They're coming out as a watch expert.
yeah,
Really,
yeah,
I want to help you guys get a Rolex at retail.
yeah. No, it's crazy too. I do
Take my
get that.
course. Take my $2,000 course. You'll be. I'll teach you the secret to getting a Daytona at retail as your first
Oh,
watch.
right. That was Jenny's husband, right?
Brutal.
We
Yes.
have ways of getting you the Rolex. Just buy my course for only $17,000. We'll make you pay.
Wow. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either. It's like you could actually spend money on that course, or all you have to do really to get the same result is ask me a question in the comments section below. And it
Yeah.
won't cost you anything.
But you know what? That just goes to tell you, like the human psychology. People really wanna
Yeah.
pay because paying makes it feel it's a little bit more like legitimate, right? Like,
Yeah, I
oh,
guess.
the advice you're paying for. People are much. See, here's the thing: people are much more likely to take your advice if they have to pay for it versus if they get it for free. If you get it for
Dude, I
free, they're
should
like, "Yeah,
yeah. I,
I'll
I should
take
do
that
an
advice when
infomercial.
I feel like it."
Yeah, I should do
Right?
an infomercial, right? 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you or a loved one want to buy a Rolex? I can help,
Yeah.
just do a whole, in my 17-page study over a course, this is how you do, all the
Just write a
graphs and
book.
diagrams, you
Yes.
know, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, really, there's no
Uh,
can
hello, welcome back. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, you cut out
you
there
hear
for a
me? You there?
second. Yeah, you cut out for a
Okay,
second there.
okay.
We got Frank Lamagna with the $5 super chat. Says, "Good evening, Tim. Hello to Tony. Really
Hey,
enjoyed his channel too. Whoa.
awesome.
Cheers. Cheers, Frank. Good to hear. Good to hear. Guys, if you know Tony, say hello. If you don't know him, I'm gonna put the link in the chat one more time. Talking timepieces with Tony.
Yeah.
Talking timepieces. pieces with Tony. If you need some advice on buying a Rolex at retail, he's your go-to guy for free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay $1,000.
But if you want to pay,
But if you
then you
do want to pay
can.
it, we'll put the PayPal link as
Yeah,
well.
that
It
might work.
I'm telling
No.
you, dude, and it'll help you pay for your next let's see there, a
Yeah.
green dial ombre.
Oh
Also,
my gosh.
MT85, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Looks like he gifted a membership to Dr. Bob's Nightmare. Wow. There you go, Dr. Bob's. Enjoy a free membership courtesy of MT85.
Ooh, there you go.
Incredible.
Nice.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Speaking of money, Tony, if somebody gave you $10,000 via a very generous PayPal donation and said, "Tony, build me an interesting watch collection," what would you do? Would you suggest that they buy one watch for
No.
10,000 or five for
No.
2,000 each? What would you do?
No. Well, first I'd ask them, what kind of lifestyle they have, you know,
Mhm.
uh, what what it is, when you go on vacation, what do you do? What kind of hobbies do you have? Um, do you do you dress up, go to nice dinners, or do you go to the OK Corral buffet for, whatever, that kind of shit. But if you want a luxury collection, $10,000 would, get you, I'd probably say three watches, you know, it would be a good start. And I think a Rolex should always be in a collection of I think it's just one of those things. It's like when people go, the Speedy has to be in your collection if you're a true collector. I don't know. I don't know, for 10 grand, I don't know, probably depending on their lifestyle, some kind of Longines, um, those are great
Oh,
watches, you know.
okay.
If you like the, say, integrated bracelet type look, maybe like Nevada Gretchen, uh, the ones that kind of have similar to the 222 Vacheron, um, and a dress watch, of some kind, So and you can pick up. I mean, if it has to be new or if it has to be pre-owned? Because I had this question actually on my show last night, I think. Um, Obviously, the difference between getting something new and pre-owned, not Rolex, but some other watches you can get like phenomenal deals. You know what I mean? Like an Omega DeVille, you can pick up probably as a nice dress watch for a few $1,000. So
Mhm.
so 10,000. I don't know. I couldn't piece together a whole thing right now, but I think that I'd go one sport watch, one dress watch, and one just everyday beater watch.
Mhm. Okay, so let me I'll give you a hypothetical buyer, okay? If that maybe that's gonna help you. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, so let's just say let's just call our hypothetical guy Derek. Okay,
Okay.
Derek is 42 years old. All right. Let's say he's a regional sales manager for some company that nobody understands. Okay, and let's
Uh,
just say he's making $117,000 annually.
that's pretty
Okay, his watch
specific.
budget is 10,000, as I told you, but the actual approved budget by his wife is 2,800. All right, so let's say he's got 6.75-inch wrist, but tells everybody he's 7 inches. Let's say his dream watch is a Rolex Daytona, Tony,
Oh, okay.
because you know how it is. He's always been into racing, but
Yeah.
never watched a race in his life.
Okay.
Let's say he spent 14 months watching YouTube watch reviews
Yeah.
and now considers himself an educated collector, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say he already starts to correct people on the pronunciation of Gigi Lecoutre, but he still gets it wrong himself. Okay,
JJ LeCoute.
JJ Lecoutre,
Yeah, I got me a JJ LeCoute.
Gigi Lecoutre.
JJ LeCoute.
Let's say he wants his first serious watch to be timeless, to be understated, rare, recognizable, but also under the radar, a conversation starter, and something that also nobody else owns. So,
Stop.
and he refuses to lose money on it because he looks at watches as investments.
Okay. Wow. An Invicta.
What would you recommend to a guy like this?
Um. Well, you said rare. You can't really, and he's got $10,000.
$10,000. I mean, well, the wife approves 2,800, but
I don't know.
it's
I'd say, look, if you got 10 grand, and whether and his wife approves it, and does he listen to his wife or not? I don't know. Get a sub. Yeah,
get
they're
a sub,
common.
right?
You can get. Yeah, I
A
mean,
no
it's
date or a date,
no date. That's the true sub. You know, that's
right?
the true sub. And if you're like your dream watch, whatever is Daytona, if you go for, you know, a Tag Heuer or something that's more of an homage to a Daytona, you're never going to be satisfied. But if you already step into the Rolex world, you're already in the Rolex world, so you're not that far off, right?
What if a tutor? What if he got a tutor? One of those black
A
base
Tudor, yeah.
58.
I mean, if you don't mind wearing a big chunk of metal on your wrist, a big slab of, you talk about but you can also get the Zenith,
El Primero.
Chronomaster Sport. If you're a Daytona fan, get a Zenith Chronomaster Sport, man. I mean, that's the
That's a
Daytona had the Zenith movement in it, and the Chronomaster. I think the Zenith is the only watch that's allowed to look like a Rolex Daytona. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
they have the right to do that, but other than that,
What about a Speedmaster? No bueno.
I'm not a huge Speedy fan, but
No.
sure, why not? But
Why you don't
that's
like the
not gonna.
Speedmaster? What's with the Speedmaster hate?
For one, I don't know. I don't like it aesthetically. I don't think it's very attractive, and I think,
Mm.
at that same time too, having a chronograph that's just a manual wind, it kind of, look, my sister is an Omega expert, and she's had so many of them. She's converted to Rolex now, and she's had a lot of problems with hers. She had a lot of problems with hers, but
With the
um,
Omega or
yeah,
the
the Speedy, she
oh
had a few of them. And then, yeah, I mean, but it's an iconic watch, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
anyway,
But
we're gonna
that's
talk.
the. Do you think that watch would still exist to this day if it wasn't for the moon landing? It wouldn't be anywhere near
Well,
as popular as it is.
yeah, it wouldn't
I think, right?
be an icon
It's such a
like it is,
generic watch. You're damn right. Like if there was no significant event, some type of
Yeah,
a world changing, the greatest. I mean, it's possibly
yeah,
the greatest event of human history, right? Landing on the
yeah,
moon. If we were to believe it, right? Some people think the Earth is flat. Some people don't believe the moon landing
no.
happened. To each
People
their
from
own.
all around the globe think the Earth is flat.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
They develop an app that uses the GPS that
yeah,
functions on the circular round Earth, but yet somehow it's still flat.
yeah.
It amazes me. Speaking of amazing, Daniel Katz, another 279 super chat says rare watch, like a rare Oshin steak.
A
Maybe
rare
more rare.
Shinsu.
Maybe more
Okay.
rare than that. Oshin
Yeah.
likes his steak rare.
Oh, really?
Taught us all how to eat the steak correctly. Yeah, I think he had to. Daniel met actually Oshin in Venice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he went for a steak dinner with him over there on the
Oh.
Piazza de San Marco.
I just
Uh,
bought a. I just bought a. I just bought the Swatch Piazza. It has the painting of the Piazza from Venice.
no way. Wait, what? A watch?
Swatch.
Sorry, you cut out. What did you get?
Swatch.
Oh, a swatch with the Piazza on the
Yeah,
dial?
check it out. That's
No way.
yeah, it's a badass watch, man. Um,
Piazza.
just put Swatch. It's part of their series that they have called, like, shit, I can't remember, but it's the Piazza in Venice. It's beautiful. I love the watch, actually. Um,
No way.
yeah,
That's crazy. Let's see here. see. Let's pull it up. Pull it up. Can't pull it up. What the hell? Oh, it's apparently there's a store there actually.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, they have a watch store on Piazza de San Marco.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Piazza.
it's a fun watch. It's cool.
Is it a new one?
Yeah, it just came out a few months ago. But I mean, I got it a few months ago, so yeah.
I can't find it. You'll have to send it to me.
It,
I'll pull it up.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah. I think if you're googling it, but you put Swatch. Fuck, I'm trying to remember the name of the series because they had a series.
I'll
I don't
put.
know.
What if I put Venice limited edition? There we go. Oh, wait a second. Oh, is it with the? Is it a Monet's painting with the Doge's Palace? Is that the one
No, it's not
you're?
that one. It's not
Oh,
that
it's
one.
not
It
that
actually
one.
has the piazza. It actually has the
Gosh,
piazza. Yeah, that's it.
that's
That's
the
the one.
one. That's the
Yeah.
Doge. No, that's the Doge's castle.
Oh, is it? Let's see.
Shit, that's really nice. That's a view from the canale.
Yeah, that's the watch. I'm sorry,
Wow.
man, but that's yeah, that's
Okay, yeah,
um
you're right. No, you're right. Technically it is the
the Piazza di
piazza.
Calle. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Palazzo, what do they call it?
Yeah,
See here. The Doge's Palace. Palazzo
yeah,
Ducale.
yeah,
Palazzo
and it's got
Ducale.
loom. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oshin would say is a Palazzo Ducale.
yeah. There you
Ducale.
go.
Palazzo
Yeah.
Ducale. Wow. That is very cool. Very cool. Yeah, they also have this one, the Pollock and Dugas. Man, they have some really cool artist
Yeah,
collabs. Turner's Scarlet Sunset. Fuck.
yeah.
I just recently been to France and I visited Monet's um, Lilies there
Oh
in
yeah.
Paris,
Oh nice.
and then we went to his house where and walked his garden.
Oh wow.
Mind blowing stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Monet, man, this guy operated on a different level. Monet, what a
yeah,
fucking legend.
yeah.
Sean, speaking of legends, Sean, thank you so much for 46 months as a subscriber. He says, I like Tony. No sub day. There you go. No Speedy. Tony, what are you doing to Sean? No Speed Master. What the
Sorry. I like what I like.
dude? What the
You know, don't get
fuck?
me wrong. I've tried. I have tried, man. But you gotta understand that. Look, if that watch was like $2,000 or $3,000, then I might have one in the collection and say, hey, at least I have one and I could wear it occasionally. But I like to buy my watches new. I don't generally like to buy pre-owned unless it's like a vintage. And if how much are they now? I mean, back when I was looking, they were about 8 grand, I think. And for 8, 10 grand or whatever, there's other watches I prefer. Simple as that, really. You know, it's not that I don't like Omega. I mean, I do. There's plenty of Omegas that are cool.
Uh Cheeky Winders, thank you so much for £5. Super chat says, great to see Tony on the stream. Cool guy with a great channel. I'm sure Tim will welcome you anytime. Of course, no,
Awesome.
Tony's welcome. Of course, on the show anytime. It's great to have this conversation with him.
Yeah.
Talk watches.
Yeah.
Kick back. Just have some good time. Rediscover
Yeah.
some old watches. Discover some new watches.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have another chat very soon.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, we still got like 30 minutes. How much time do you have?
I actually probably have about another 5 minutes if that's
5 minutes?
cool.
No, that's
So
fine.
yeah.
That's fine. It'll be 7 minutes. That will be an hour and a half. So that's good
Yeah.
timing. And looks like we've got. Oh, here we go. We got some Daniel Katz joining us just for the last couple of minutes. Maybe he'll ask you a pointed question.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
No, I got to be careful with anything pointed because I might cut myself. I'm very clumsy.
Very careful with Daniel.
Yeah.
Listen, I made my side door comments. Thanks for your patience, everybody. And I enjoyed hearing your story. your journey. So it's not questions; it's just
Thank you.
statements. Some of the
Appreciate
stuff
it.
I've gone through in life, I felt it. I wasn't a famous musician like you, but you know, being nominated. I mean, you were following your path, and it's very hard in a world a little off from watches, but watches is part of life, eh?
Yeah.
As a musician, as whatever you've done, um, it's really a challenge to follow your path when everyone else in so-called society is telling you differently.
Yeah.
And you apparently did do that, and you had some, you know, those are tough things to do. And
Yeah.
some bands really made it. You know, Tim O'Sheen's band, because O'Sheen O'Malley is one of our group. I have a little fun
That's
with.
right.
He opened for Van Halen, his band.
That's right.
Was it Mr. North?
Mr. North. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
His band, and they weren't making anything, and it was just the nastiness of the industry.
that's
Well,
right.
it's
You
a
know?
horrible industry, you know, and the way I look at
Yeah.
it back, you know, and I've been signed to many major record labels. And when you get signed, a lot of people think that's it, you've made it, you know. It's
Yeah.
like it's like, no, it just means it's kind of the end of the beginning. Once you
Mm.
get signed to a major label, you still, like, if you're walking down the street in New York or Chicago and
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
those ladders that are way above the street that you have
yeah.
to jump up, you've just now grabbed one of those ladders and you're at the very bottom. And
Right.
Yeah.
in order to make anything of it,
Yeah.
you have to climb that ladder, and then you get knocked down. And if the record company doesn't support you, and it doesn't matter if you're with a major label back in those days, and great, it's nice to put a record out and have a little bit of notoriety, but you know,
Yeah.
these guys aren't making any money. You have to,
We're-
the
Yeah.
music business is a loan sharking business, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And now we got another revered guest that just joined us.
Hey, Sean. Just a
Hey
couple of
guys, how are
seconds
you?
because Tony's leaving in a couple of minutes, so you have a
I
chance to ask him a question or say hello.
yeah, that's why I jumped on. Hey Tony, nice meeting you. Daniel,
you
how are
as
you? Timmy, thanks for having me on. Listen, I watched some of your videos in the past and I enjoy them. Very laid back. It's it looks like you're in your living room, and so I just wanted to say, it was very enjoyable. Just like you, I watch a lot less YouTube than I used to. So, but that's probably why I haven't seen your videos as much lately. But
Yeah.
it's great meeting you
Yeah.
on Tim's channel, and I've been on the road and been enjoying listening to you. And I
you.
moved to Los Angeles in 1980, and
Okay.
so I'm Angelino, just like yourself, and maybe next time when Mike is in town and we have a get together, we will meet. I enjoyed the story that you shared with us as far as how you got into the world of watches, and I like the sense of humility you have, and the only thing is we need to convert you to a Speedy fan. That's then you'll be 100%. But no, you have to like what you have to like what you like, and there's no forcing it. But just wanted to say hi, and please come back, because I really enjoyed your conversation with Tim, and I'm sure everybody else did as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel like we still got a lot more to talk about. Didn't really have a perfect plan for today, but I think it was a great start to a conversation. Yeah.
Just wing it, you know.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's as I said, right in the beginning, that's when it turns out to be the best. By the way, so we very frequently meet up in LA, so I'll try to I think I gave you my number, my WhatsApp number, in the email. If I didn't, I'll send it to you again. And next time we're doing something in LA, we'll definitely make sure to reach out to you because you're local there.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
A friend of ours is working on an app for watch collectors, so there's gonna be all kinds of interesting stuff going down in LA. I think you'll be really interested in it.
Yeah.
Adam Levine, was it Adam Levine with the Daytona?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that on the stream, right? 'Cause I
Yeah,
remember it was
I had actually watched it, but I don't know if you saw it. I chatted, Maroon 5, Adam Levine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great performer. I don't know if you ever seen him. I've seen him in a very small venue. It was a business venue, and they performed amazing performance. And when they came out, that it was not a real one. I mean, you have to
Oof.
feel for the guy. I mean, somebody put it together, obviously.
Yeah.
So, it's too
He's
bad.
got some bad advice from someone.
And that's the thing. You got a lot of money, and you believe the person you're buying from, and it's like, then it
Yeah.
turns out you get, I'm surprised Ben Clymer didn't know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Ben Clymer didn't stop the interview and say, "Hey, we'll do a second cut, get rid of this piece of shit. We'll explain it to you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it tells you, it tells you just because you're famous, you're a celebrity, and you got the money, necessarily you cannot trust anybody that just offers you a watch like a Daytona, Rolex. That there's so many fake ones are out there. That's why
yeah.
you find the right guy, stick with them. And since the 80s, there's a AD he's not an AD. He's a gray market dealer in Beverly Hills, second generation, and I trust them fully. And whoever else that I buy from also, you have to know who you're buying from. And
Yeah.
look at what happened to Adam Levine. Can happen to anyone, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, dudes. I gotta
Tony,
bust out of here.
Tony,
All right?
Okay.
take care. I put the link one more time in the chat. People can go subscribe to you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on, man. It was great talking to you.
Take
Okay.
care, bro.
Talk to you guys
Take
later.
care.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we
Now you're
go.
stuck with
Very
me.
cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Maybe I should leave because now you're stuck with me.
Timmy,
Yes,
hear
Sean,
me?
can you hear me?
can you hear me?
I
Hello?
can hear you.
Okay, cool. I can hear you. I
Yeah.
can hear Daniel.
You can't hear me.
Man, what's wrong with it? I have to.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
I may jump back on. Are we on for tomorrow? By the way, Timmy.
Yes, we are. I just need to do some confirmations with Kojak, and I think we're good. We're set.
Are we doing wine? Are we doing wine or cocktails?
I believe we're doing wine. Yes. No, wine. Wine. Definitely wine. Let me
So
confirm
is
which wine it
Mike?
is, though.
Yeah. So maybe Mike can tell us. All right, guys. Daniel, sorry I cannot hear you. You take care. And by the way, vintage rocks. Come on, baby.
Vintage is
Vintage
the
rocks. Vintage rocks. Take care.
best of the best. Take care, Sean.
All right, brother. Bye bye.
Maybe you can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so maybe we can ask our guest for a copy of a song we can see of his. Because he did write songs, I guess. Did he? He wrote
Tony.
this one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no pressure on him, but maybe that would be kind of cool.
Great show. Maybe play
With his permission.
California rapping song, more bounds in honor of Tony. Interesting.
Well,
Is that one of the songs that Tony worked on?
I don't know. Just talk to him first and see which one he wouldn't mind us
Let me
closing
see.
out with on some day. It doesn't have to be today.
More
Just to get the okay from him because he's rushing off, right?
No, he's gone. He's gone.
No, but later you got a way to communicate with him, I guess. So you ask him later, if you want.
Okay.
And then that'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, because I don't know this stuff. Maybe Collectibles can text me.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
Matthew Paul says, "Yeah, I would sponsor, but Timmy will pick up the worst version of it." You know what? They changed up some stuff here in the music department. How to pick out songs. And
Without
YouTube
getting screwed, without getting doxxed or something.
without getting it demonetizes the content, but
Yeah.
actually they took off like 50% of the songs from
Okay.
from the previous catalog. The catalog got reduced.
Oh yeah.
So there's actually for a short time there, I couldn't even play any music.
Right. I know
So
the
yeah.
feeling because my joint space of my fingers have been reduced too.
How's it doing though? Is it there's
I'm
still
trying.
some
I'm doing.
space there? Can we
I,
work with the
I'm
space?
working. I'm trying to work with the space. You know, to give it more space so there's room
Yeah.
for a show or two. And yeah, like in the middle of the night, I'm walking around like this. Sometimes it's really
Oh
frustrating.
no.
Yeah,
Well,
like
that's terrible,
droopy
Daniel.
hands. You know.
How is that? How is that going?
Went to see the doctor. It's just working
What did
on
he say?
stuff, doing exercise. As long as you keep using it, even if there's a bit
Uh-huh.
of pain, keep working the hands.
Mhm.
Not doing like what I used to do, like just really strengthening it. Instead of trying to do each individual dish, like doing dishes, you
Yeah.
put them in the effing dishwasher. You just quick rinse. Put everything in the washing machine. Turn it on. Actually use it. I get sloppy and I work when I don't have to work. Put the damn things in the water. Then every once in a while you clean the dishwasher. You know, you don't have a dishwasher, but you're younger.
I have a dishwasher.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. I got it from Korea.
Oh, I see. A special roommate deal. All right. Okay.
Yes.
It was less expensive than the couch.
It was less expensive. It was one of the first things that I got when I moved in here.
Oh, I
And
see.
I gotta get a dishwasher. Oh, by the way, it's a combo
Yeah.
dishwasher and a laundry machine. It does
You gotta
both
be kidding.
dishes and laundry.
Oh,
And
wow.
it also dries clothing as well.
Oh, yeah.
And folds it too.
Fuck. Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Also,
What the hell?
it vacuum cleans, Daniel.
Stop it. Now you're lying. Fuck you.
No, it's really good
That's pretty
Korean
good.
combo cleaning.
Meal deal. Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Look at
Does
that.
everything around the house.
Yeah, damn it.
Really advanced piece of technology.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's before AI. It doesn't use any of this AI
Yeah, yeah,
aspect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a robot version of myself to help clean that place, you know? That's what I
Mhm.
need.
If I had a AI version of myself, it wouldn't do anything. It's just
That's a good comeback. That's good. That's good. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Uh, so have you finished discussing what you need to discuss, or where do you want to go from here? I wasn't really planning to come on.
Discussing what?
What do you want to talk about? It's all good.
Did I mention I wanted to talk about something? We talk
No,
about stuff.
Saturday, you finished a wonderful interview. It's
That was wonderful, right?
yeah,
Wonderful little interview. It was a great chat with
yeah,
Tony.
yeah,
Is that one of the OG watch YouTubers? Really, really cool guy.
yeah. Listen, I
Uh,
got a beef. I got a beef with you. Okay.
okay.
So let's get the stress thing built up in your body so you're ready to push back. It's you again. I have to blame you. We got a storm here that you sent over here to Toronto. You
Really.
know, in New
Uh-oh.
York, you just pushed it from New York to Toronto now.
I
Now,
did that. Yeah.
yeah,
I did do that.
it came from New York, didn't it? This
It did.
weather. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I set it up yesterday.
You
I
did.
knew it. I was like, how can I get back at Daniel Katz?
Yeah, right.
A little. You know what?
Yeah, yeah,
Then I realized, you know what? If I send him a really freaky storm,
yeah, yeah.
you know, that'll put fear back into his heart.
Yeah,
Because
right.
you've been like really relaxing and chilling lately.
Well,
Like what's
no,
with all the chilling, Daniel? You can't just
chilling
be
was
so
trying to
chill.
memorize. Usually, when you audition for a small film, because I pick up stuff. Not that I'm Mr. Successful, I'm not, but anyone can sign up with a thing called Backstage or whatever it's called, an app, and
Mhm.
you pay so much a month, and you audition or you put your name and face in for stuff, small films, commercials, and so on. So it was an independent film, had 7 pages of stuff for me to memorize. Said I had to write, look, here's the script, send an audition. So I was busy trying to memorize the damn thing, and I was
Mm,
horrible at it. So
incredible.
usually it's just a page.
Oh,
Usually
you had
two words.
7 pages to memorize?
And it was like
How did you
theater.
do it?
It's like a theater, because it is independent film,
Uh-huh.
dystopian. I was
The dystopia, yeah.
supposedly I'm the bad guy if I got the role. So I was busy with that. Then 3 hours just to get a clip, because my friend, who's a director and a teacher of theater, was trying to trick me into memorizing more, because you memorize. I was memorizing the stuff wrong because it just didn't stay in my head. So he had a trick for me to kind of to massage into my memory the script. It was pretty good without me going into it. So I was busy with that for this week pretty well. Yeah. And I finished that poem. The poem,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's where I was busy.
Wow. How did you do it? How did you do the speech? How did you did you do the
Script.
reading? Did you do the reading?
I went over the script. The script was sent to me. I went over for over like a week and a half. Then when my friend met me, he used tricks of the trade of Meisner method and so on. I had a 3-week course in 2 hours with him, massaging me to get into some more memory and side glancing, which is allowed when you audition, side glancing at the script on the iPad while doing the thing in front of the camera on my stand that I have, that I use for the watch shows, that bring the stand with me. The one that you direct me to buy, that little stand that holds the iPhone. So between that and the lighting that he brought and my light and the angle, I can sort of side glance, as long as you don't just stand there reading the whole thing. It's pretty well okay, because my memory was horrible. But a lot of people do that. When you're doing online audition, you can get away with murder with that. Well, everyone's in a situation. There's no time to memorize. Sometimes you're only given a day to do something and send it in. So
Who got away with murder?
I wouldn't say murder. I mean, other people that are auditioning for other roles. They're like a half an hour or an hour or a couple of days, and so they just side read. There's a way of side glancing. Obviously you got to work on memorizing the material, but it helps you. Oh, you're here, and then you know where you're at, and you continue with the lines, looking at the camera, which is looking at the opposing character, the protagonist or the antagonist. That kind of thing. So that's where I was, Tim. I'm just explaining to myself while you haven't seen me.
Incredible. Matthew Paul, $10 super chat says, "Great show, Timmy. Keep up the grind." Cats, when can we expect the live reading of the poem? Great question. We have the
Anytime.
poem ready.
The poem's
Daniel
ready.
said, "Do not rewrite it. Do not perfect it. Do not
Yeah,
make
yeah.
perfect." I said, "Fine." He
Yeah.
said, "We'll do it tomorrow when he
Yeah,
gets
man.
when we get Daniel nicely pre-lubricated."
Pre-lubricated.
Ray, €2 super chat. Great show, Timmy. Dr. Bob is building and feeding a cat. Hey, shout out to Dr. Bob's Nightmare. He just sent me a $5 PayPal donation. He says, "Here, Tim, a cut from my streaming super chats. If it wasn't for you, I'd have never started streaming." Incredible. That's incredible. Great news. I'm glad to hear that Dr. Bob's Nightmare is getting into live streaming at the best time possible. I'm glad you waited so long and didn't start much earlier. It was
Oh.
What am I trying to say?
Yeah, but sometimes coming late was good in this case, I guess. Is that what
Yes.
you're saying? Sometimes
Yeah.
late was good. Okay. Yeah.
Well, no, but was trying to make a sarcastic joke,
Oh,
kind of
damn.
saying,
All right.
"Thank you for waiting so long and
Yeah.
coming now that there's like it's over." But actually, look, it's a beautiful beginning and beautiful start to a new live stream. I'm always glad to hear when people, start out their own stuff, whether it's making videos, writing poems, starting live streams and stuff like that. Good to hear, Dr. Bob's. Hope you're doing well. It was it was great, having Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob's one of the OGs in the watch community, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear. I'm glad he's doing. You know, Dr. Bob's. Dude, you know, there's this guy on YouTube from San Francisco. He's doing these videos how to get this. It's kind of funny. He gets like ridiculous views. He basically makes a meal for two for 150. How
Oh yeah.
to make meal for two for $1.50. $1.50.
Yeah,
And
yeah. That sounds good. Yeah.
yeah, what do you think, Daniel?
Well, if it's decent, I'm all
Would you
ears.
eat?
If it might, even if it spurs, you know how an idea spurs you doing something completely different from what's in the pantry, then it's a success. You don't have to follow a certain approach completely, but if you're inspired to do your own, oh man, the rain's really coming down now. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, what was the point of
It's a
that?
success. It's a success.
It's a success. Success is success. And I wish Dr. Bob's great success in the watch live streaming community. I recently got a phone call, by the way. I was offered to buy a YouTube live streaming channel.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Uh,
It was a
and
certain dungeon, and I was told if I was interested in buying it for $1,500.
$1,500, or is it 1.5?
One
Uh,
point five thousand. $1,000.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I,
was told,
I
"Hey,
have no
Timmy,
idea.
do you want the dungeon for 1.5 thousand?" I was like, I
Is it
actually,
is it something or snake oil?
it's
I don't
something. It's definitely
know.
something. Mike Lewis, $5 super chat. Tim, for outro song, play Tony. Don't blame yourself. He wrote and performed with Lincoln Parrish of Cage the Elephant, Grammy winner. Fuck! What a legend. Okay, let's try to find it.
Okay. If I'm still here, Tim, there's lightning.
Incredible.
It's like Noah's Ark right
Grammy winner.
now. Yeah.
Don't blame yourself. Daniel, just don't blame yourself.
Okay.
Whatever you do,
Yeah. I'll
don't
try not.
blame yourself, okay? Lynn. I don't think I can find it. No, they don't have it.
They don't have it?
Don't blame yourself. They don't have it. Don't
Hmm.
blame yourself. By Fire Nation. Puditorium. Kerr. There's one by Kerr. Who's Kerr?
I'm right here, Tim. I'm just looking for my flashlight in places about blackout.
You're about to get blacked out, Daniel?
Well, the way this raining's coming down, you never know, right?
No. When it's coming down, you just never know. Okay, Daniel, check out this. Check out this watch right here. Hold on a second. Let me show you something. Check out this banger that was sent to me earlier today. Check it out right here. Boom. This is from our good friend.
Yeah.
John Doe. Says collecting, see here, related to collecting content. Maybe you could have a look when you're ready. And I feel I'm ready to take a look at this. Look at this. Checked out and purchased. Service date and CPO were the same as his old Daytona. Very nice.
Yeah.
Says he bought the watch in 2009, sold in 2022, and recently started missing it. Says me and my sister drove 100 miles in 2009 to buy the watch. And I had a nice day out. Oh my God. It's like bringing back the memories of that incredible journey with the sister, right? 100 miles.
Sounds like a keeper.
Yeah.
for
100
all that.
miles.
Yeah, sounds like a keep for sure.
Yeah, it's incredible. So it's sorry to hear that you sold the original watch, but it's great that you went out, you got a similar one. It says that the date is the same. Look at this. Um, it had the same purchase date. Incredible. And service date, sale date is the same as his old. Maybe it's your watch, dude. It might be his very
Is
watch.
that watch?
Yeah, he's not a yeah, dude. It could be
Uh,
your very watch. He says he called Lund's Friday morning. They gave the serial number which they had on file, and I called Nico's place, and boom, the guy been called out was the same serial number. I went down and bought it. It's back with the rest of the watches. Never should have sold it. Holy shit, it was his watch. No
anyway,
fucking
so
way.
there
It's
you are.
the exact watch.
Yeah, yeah. How do you like that? What was the pricing difference like when he had to get it? Like though,
Wow.
Chris, did he have to pay more? I wasn't paying attention. Did he pay more, or like he sold it? Obviously, he probably paid more to get it back, or do we know, or what?
Incredible. Let's find out. Let's
Yeah.
find out. This is incredible. My mind is shattered
Yeah.
that it is the very watch.
How many
It
years
it
ago was
came
it?
back. You know what they say about love?
Oh yeah,
When
yeah.
you love somebody, let them go. If they come back, something, something, something. If they
Yeah, yeah.
don't, then it was never meant
Meant
to
to be.
be.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
One of the most incredible stories ever. It's a beautiful piece. This is actually my favorite Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
Steel bezel, white dial. It's just perfect.
Mm.
Uh, damn. It was you who spotted it on Nico's website. That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
How many years difference was it again? When he got rid of it and then he got it again?
It looks like it's been 4 years, Daniel.
Well, it's still a lot. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible that like it made such a return. Wow. And we spotted it on the live stream.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. That's incredible. Wow.
That's historic.
Yeah. Dude. Daytona, such a great piece. I mean, it what makes the story even better is that it's a Daytona. Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's incredible when when you can get any watch back like that.
Mhm.
4 years. Yeah, you should have never sold. That's probably the most important watch in your collection. But you know how it is. Frequently, we don't think he probably actually got it for cheaper than he sold it because 4 years ago, you understand the pressure that these guys were under because he bought this watch probably for like 10, and then he sold it for 30,000, right? 4 years
Mhm.
ago, Daniel, that was peak of the market.
Oh, okay.
I think he got it for cheaper now than he sold it for.
Those types of watches don't go down in value a whole lot, though. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, they went astronomical,
Oh, I see.
way too crazy, yeah.
Mhm.
But I think they came down to earth now, where they're at a really good spot. I think now this is like 20, 22, 20, between 22, 25,
Mhm.
between 20 and 25.
Mhm.
But they went to 50, which is insane.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see those prices again. But wow, what an incredible story, right?
Mhm.
Can you imagine? Did you ask the watch what's it been up to in these 4 years? You should, imagine that. Oh, it was
Yeah.
on the wrist of some fucking.
Well, there he's telling you right now.
Hey,
He's
here we go.
right
Bought it for $6K, sold it for 18.5, and paid 18 again. There you go, and that went through dealers, so they had to get margin. There you go.
Oh,
You
that's
see it?
close enough. That's pretty good.
I told you. He made money on it. Incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's that can only happen with the Daytona. No other watch can
Well,
do that.
when getting through the whole process again, he broke even. Not that he made money, but yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And the story of the return.
That's how the movie, The Return.
Oh, you know what I watched just now, Daniel?
Yeah.
Dude, this movie fucked me up.
Yeah.
You know that?
Okay.
Hold on, I'll tell you which one. Oh man, it was so good. I couldn't believe it. How has it been secret for so long? Let me find it for you because I forgot the name of the title. They had it on YouTube for free right now, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. They have it. They might still have it actually. Hold
Oh,
on.
yeah.
But Canada and United States is different.
Yeah, but just give me the name.
I'll give you the name and you tell me if you've seen it. Hold on a second. It's so good. I couldn't believe it. It's very simple concept,
Yeah, yeah.
but I couldn't believe it was so effective.
Right. I know.
The effectiveness.
Now, did it mess up your mind, or was your mind already messed up?
I was already fucking cooked.
All right. But give me the name anyways.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up here.
Yeah.
Because IMBD, come on. Hold on a second.
Don't be like cats.
It's like a low budget film actually. I was surprised how low budget this shit was.
Can you narrow that down a little bit more? It's a low budget.
Is it too big of a budget?
No, that's not what I meant. But that doesn't help me figure out the name. But
yeah, I know. Oh yeah,
top
right.
some top stories come from low budget films for all the time. All the time happens.
Oh man. It's a lot of films here.
And Norm Jewison, the great director, Canadian director who did Fiddler on the Roof, always used to say it's the story, it's the script. Everything else is secondary.
Right. Exactly. You're right. So I thought the script was tight.
Yeah. I mean,
thought it was tight as
yeah.
Asian butthole.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
Oh, wait. If you're going to say, what's it called? The Korean film was amazing some years ago. Won everything. Best foreign and everything.
No, not that one. I don't think this thing is winning anything.
Okay.
It's a sci-fi.
Yeah.
Hold on. What the fuck? I can't find it. Let me see here. Science fiction. Let's see. Is it? Where is it? Oh. Okay, I got it. Oh, it's no longer. Wait a second. What the hell? It's the same actor in the same role, but it's a different film. What the? Can't make this shit up. Hold on a second. I can't find it.
If you lose you, Tim, it's because there's a blackout. Because this is pretty bad here.
Daniel's getting blacked out.
Not yet.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to find it. What the hell? Let's see here. Let me just Google it.
Movie about this. That's how you'll find it. It's a movie about
Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Just nothing fucking works, you know, Daniel? It's just nothing. Everything is broken. You know?
overgeneralize, but
Oh. Uh. Oh, okay. I found it. It's called the slingshot.
okay. The slingshot. Okay.
Yeah, the slingshot. Did you watch it?
I not into. No, I haven't. But it sounds very dystopian.
Yo, this shit is really good.
Is
I
it?
was surprised how good it was.
Oh
The
yeah.
slingshot. Yeah, you want me to play a trailer for you?
Yeah, they depress the shit out of me. Sure.
Let's see it. The slingshot. The slingshot. What the? The wrong slingshot.
You're not supposed to get David and Goliath. Okay.
It's a psychological thriller, Daniel.
Yeah, yeah.
The slingshot. What the fuck, man? Nothing works. Nothing works.
Okay, what are you looking up about the slingshot? I'll look it up.
I'm just trying to click the link, and it's not click. The link is not clickable. It's 2004 film. Can you believe it? It's relatively new.
Relatively new. Let me see.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
I got it.
Okay, I'm coming.
Have you seen this? No.
No,
Oh,
can't you tell by the way I'm talking? I
all right.
didn't even know about it.
Hello, John. You're aboard the spacecraft Odyssey 1.
So I don't know if you heard, but I'll be leaving town soon. 1.5 billion miles. No big deal.
It's kind of like about going to the moon, but they're going somewhere else.
Wait, good.
Is hibernation affecting you at all?
Gentlemen, we have been in space for nearly 2 years.
Hey,
Hey, roommate.
We are on our way to Titan.
Titan. It's the most Earth-like world we can reach. But to get there, we'll need Jupiter's gravity for a speed boost.
You have 2 more hibernation cycles before the slingshot.
Houston, we have a situation.
The impact represents no real danger.
What if the whole system is compromised? If we attempt the slingshot, we get blasted into deep space.
Baby,
The drugs used to induce hibernation can produce side effects.
you understand me now.
She's not here on the ship.
I know that. If sometimes
Including confusion and disorientation.
you see that I'm mad.
Your imagination is playing a cruel trick on you.
How do you know this? But I'm just
Everything around us is screaming, turn around! And you're about to blast us even further into space.
Warning, system overload.
Division!
I'm just a soul.
You're sending us all to die!
Flying into the light is a survival instinct. The best escape route tends to be towards light.
Oh Lord, please don't let me
Be misunderstood.
Oh,
so who's the guy? Who's the dark chap that was in the Matrix?
the let's see
the
here.
the
That is Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, fantastic
Captain
actor.
Franks. Yes,
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah,
great. He's great,
Oh.
and he was in the Passengers. You know the Passengers.
Yeah, I think so.
Jennifer Lawrence.
He's good in almost everything, and he's did when I first
He's
discovered.
always like a space captain, right?
Well, I'm dating myself, but he did Othello. Othello, like Shakespeare.
Oh yes,
And he was Othello. Wow.
you're right. He's a great
Range.
actor.
Range.
OG.
So I guess he's the bad guy here.
Yeah. Well, no. Actually, he's playing like the good guy.
Oh, okay. We don't. That was
He's
just
like he
leading.
playing the main character. I don't want to spoil it,
No,
but
I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay.
he's playing like the guy in charge, and the main character is like a subordinate,
Yeah,
supposedly.
he's like almost like a narrator without being the narrator. He's the
Yeah,
referee, so to speak, I guess. But the main character. I get it. Okay.
yeah, and it's really fucking good.
And
It fucked me up. I
might.
thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
For how small the production, man, they shot it. I don't know what the budget. Well, I'm curious to find out what the budget was for this thing, because
Yeah.
it on a single set. Let's
Mm.
see here, 2024 budget. Let's see.
I don't
It's
think
like
that
less than $1
that's.
million. I think they cooked
Oh,
it up.
really? They did it for that?
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Oh man, the budget was 818,000.
In movie production, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's like it's better than getting a Ferland Mari watch. I mean that really, whatever they did, there was enough there for the story. Like there was enough razzmatazz. It was mainly the story, but it looked they made the best of the budget the way I saw that trailer. Anyways,
It was so good.
stop it. You know what? Stop and think about. They're on a spaceship.
Yes.
They're supposed to go somewhere, but they end up going through this. I think it's a wormhole, like it's the black hole to get. Instead of going, hold on, hear me out. I may be wrong, but let me guess. So it's like to get, fuck the business about propulsion. E equals mc squared. To get somewhere, you're not going to wait 1,000 light years to get there. You go through this slingshot, which is a wormhole, the slingshot, and they time it to go through the slingshot, and you're from here to there in a flash. But something goes off beat. It goes off into a whole different dimension, and they don't go there. They're going to a different dimension of their own lives. That's my guess. I have no idea what.
It's kind of close. This is not non-spoiler stuff.
Yeah.
But so they're going to Titan, which is like some kind of a moon.
Yeah.
And
near Saturn or something.
Saturn, yeah. But to get there, they're performing this slingshot maneuver around Jupiter,
which is their way of getting to a wormhole.
Which is like you're right. If you don't have any science fiction method of traveling, you would do like a more scientific. And this is a more scientific. So the thing is about this film is like it's kind of it's grounded in reality. This is what it would kind of be like when we're flying to Jupiter ourselves.
We have to. We can't wait 1,000 light years. The E equal MC squared will not work.
Right.
If you ever think it was Contact or the one with Jodie Foster, it dealt with instructions from the aliens who were in touch with her. I forget the movie she was in. If someone out there can remember, in that they use these big radio things to contact with aliens from the other planet, and they finally got a message, and they got a message to build this weird globe and to drop it into the water and automatically get into that spot. Sort of like
was that the first contact or
that was she meets the group in a certain altered state, her and her people. But when they came back to tell a story, everyone didn't believe them because all they saw was the construction drop into the water, and then they came out. But they had this whole, the astronauts, including Jodie Foster, but they had this whole experience. Was it in their imagination? Was it a ruse? That's the movie leaves it for the
Contact. Oh yeah, 1997 Contact.
Okay.
Right.
I think it was well thought out, based on a book.
Oh, that was really good. Yeah, you're right. The Contact with Jodie Foster, that was genius. Actually, the Contact, they first wrote it as a play, like for a movie.
Yeah.
And then when they thought they were not going to be able to do it, they wrote it as a novel. And then
but that was Carl Sagan's material, wasn't it? Carl Sagan was the scientist storyteller that I
Yes,
wrote the book, but maybe after the film.
that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
okay.
And then,
Okay.
so it was 3 rewritings. So first he wrote the book. He wrote they wrote the screenplay.
With his help.
Then when they
Yeah.
thought, oh, this is not going to happen, they rewrote a novel,
Right.
and then they created a film based on the novel.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but in
But
the
it's
novel they had like 5 characters.
it's got that same energy in a way. The movie that you saw with that, it's a little bit, doesn't have to be the same story, but it's messing
Yeah.
up your mind.
Very
Basically.
different story, very different. And the crazy thing about this one is it's not like there's no alien stuff. There's no future technology.
No.
It's all kind of the challenges of flying through space. And what's interesting, so in the slingshot, because so look, what they need to do, right? They need to perform these maneuvers
Yeah.
in order to gain acceleration.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will be too long to fly.
Right.
So, but between the maneuvers, they do like a hibernation sleep.
Oh yeah.
So he like every so it'll be like 60 days hibernation, and he wakes up, he's all messed up. Prepare the ship, done. Go back to hibernation, wake up again, and it has to do with like what's it like being on the ship, kind of and dealing with psychological problems. Ray, 5 year subject cats. It's science fiction. Makes more sense than these freaking watch shows. Please charge up all of your appliances and no candles. You know what you're like. There you go.
Well, that's coming.
Yeah. Put everything
That's
on
coming
charge,
out
Daniel.
a lot. What?
Put everything on charge before the lights blow out.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
I gotta be careful. All this rain that you sent over here by some manipulation, because you had a rain in New York, right?
Huh?
You had a rain in New York, pretty heavy, didn't
We
you?
did. Oh, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
It was a disaster over here, but luckily, I pushed it all the way to you guys because we just had enough with it. I've had enough of the terrible weather. By the way, Mike, what wine are we having tomorrow?
Oh, Mike, I haven't seen that film, by the way.
It's a Sling Blade and Billy Bob Thornton.
Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah.
Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Heard of it. The slingshot, but the slingshot, that's an actual thing that they're going to use. Actually, I think the astronauts used moon to slingshot back to Earth.
Yeah.
Use some of the gravitational. This time when the astronauts went to the moon to photograph the moon,
Yeah.
they didn't land, but the way they went around it, they used some of that gravity to come back.
Oh yeah.
To Earth.
Amazing stuff. If I was in charge, they would have all died. I'm too incompetent to organize all that.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite science fiction? You have film or book, a novel? The Contact made an impression on you, huh?
Contact had an impression on me.
Yeah. You think that's
Spielberg's Encounters of a Third? I'm dating myself, but Third Encounters of whatever by Steven Spielberg.
Third Encounters of the First Kind.
Yeah, so whatever it was called by him. Of course, I'm really dating myself, but 2001 is a classic. 2001, Stanley Kubrick, 2001.
Oh, 2001 Space Odyssey.
Is that what the total title? And how the computer is really dated now, but the concept was very good.
Yeah.
in that, and that we're talking about when.
That's like AI going rogue. That's my fear right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
AI is gonna go perform full on HAL on the human race.
Yeah. Or even scarier, the takeover by James the watchmaker. I'm just kidding, James.
But he's taking over the watch world. Did you
I'm
see
just
that? Some
kidding.
celebrity
But
is
yeah.
gonna be rocking his piece.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Very impressive. Congratulations to
Sure.
James the watchmaker.
Yeah.
Gonna have a celebrity.
The
watch.
Lighthouse was a great film, Ray. I just didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. What
The
did he say?
Lighthouse. That was a great
The
movie.
Lighthouse.
I just didn't see it, but I heard great things about it.
Really? Is that a Canadian film?
Uh,
Does Canada make good film?
Yes, we got Adam McGuigan, who constantly makes. He won best foreign. No, he was nominated for the Sweet Hereafter, which was so disturbing, with low budget and just man. I'll talk to you off screen about that. But that was one emotionally scary film. And then he's done other films, and then we've got. A woman turned director, fantastic actor, female actor who's been in Adam McGuigan films back when she was 20 and 18, and she does her own films, and she's pretty top notch. We got some good films going. They're sort of under the table, not under the table. They're not as known, but they're top notch.
Fantastic. How does a woman turn into a filmmaker?
Well,
did she have to
what's her name? She has been in films when she was a kid as one of the characters, like Anna Green Gables. She was in as one of the kids in Anna Green Gables, the film, with some top actors over the years, and then she was in theater ever since she was a kid. You pick up stuff through movie making, just like Howard, who became a director from being an actor. Howard, that's did all of the films with Tom Hanks.
I was just making a joke.
Were you? But I'm being serious.
Yeah.
She, yeah.
I got you. That you didn't hear my joke.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine. There's a woman.
I'm gonna be
turn into a watchmaker.
Yeah.
Into a filmmaker. Incredible.
Yeah.
So, but you saying she was acting in smaller roles?
No, she was a main actor. Not the lead actor.
Oh, you did do your reading already, Daniel? You did your reading for this film that you're auditioning for?
I already did it.
Well, then they recorded it, and if they like it, they'll use you. Yeah.
Not that way. We did it with the help of a friend. You don't have to go there. You do it. We did it at my place. A friend
your place.
came over. We used my camera. He knew how to use it. And we did the click after a couple hours getting me used to doing the script right.
Wow.
Then we uploaded it to the app and sent it to the director that way.
Oh, interesting. How many people did it say? How many people applied for this?
No, it didn't. No.
Brutal. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well,
I think we've done it, huh?
I think we've done it. I think that's the show. Good show.
All right. Good interview. That was the main thing. I just came in for window dressing,
Yeah. It was cool. Cool to have you join us here.
Mm-hmm.
To have a little chat.
Yeah. And nice to say hello to
chat.
And it's great to say hello to your boss behind you that was here for a second.
Good to say hi to roommate.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for joining us. I can't find that song. Sorry, so I'll just play something really lame.
Yeah, James.
Tomorrow for some wine and wine. Yes.
Okay.
I sit back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me
that's the wrong screen.
like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow to the extreme.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Good night, Daniel.
Chump like a candle. Dance. Crush a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bulls out. A kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice. cheese like a pound of bacon. Burning them, you ain't quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped up tempo. I'm on a roll, it's time to go solo. Rolling, hit my 5.0, put my rag top down so my hair can blow. The girl is on standby, waiting just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove by, kept on pursuing to the next stop. I bust a left and I'm heading to the next block. The block was dead, yo, so I continue to A1A. Girls were hot, wearing less than bikinis. Rock men lovers, driving Lamborghinis. Jealous, cause I'm out getting mine. Shade with the gauge and vanilla with the 9. Ready for the chumps on the wall. The chumps acting ill because they're full of 8-ball. Gunshots ranged out like a bell. I grabbed my 9, all I heard was shells falling on the concrete real fast. Jumped in my car, slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, the avenue's packed. I'm trying to get away before the jack is jacked. Police on the scene, you know what I mean? They passed me up, could run it all, I don't mean. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.